Hey guys, it's Mrs. Marsh, and today we're going to be taking notes about extreme weather. And so I have my extreme weather book today, and I have my awesome reading journal, and these are the things that you're going to need. You're going to be using the books from your caddies, all about different types of weather, and the independent section of your reading journal. All right, so the first thing that we want to do is we want to title our section that we're working on Weather Notes. You guys can see I put my title at the top of the page because we are going to be using these notes as we go back into looking at different types of weather and deciding what type of weather we want to study for our extreme weather project. The next thing that you want to do is you want to write down the title of your book. The title of my book is Everything Weather. So in my journal, I'm going to write down the title of my book. Every time I switch books, I am going to write down the title, just so that if I want to go back and I want to look at my notes, I know which book I'm writing about. Okay, so the first type of weather that we're going to talk about today is blizzards. And I read this section all about blizzards, and you can see there's my heading. Here's my section about blizzards. There's even a little photograph for me to look at. And I decided to show my information about blizzards using a note-taking strategy called bubble maps. You guys are probably familiar with this. You've probably used bubble maps before. The way that this works is you take your heading and you put it inside of the bubble, and then you put important facts around the outside. And you can see I didn't even use complete sentences. I just used short words and phrases. So I know that blizzards are storms with snow. They have high winds up to 35 miles an hour or higher. They cause extreme cold, and they have to last for more than 3 hours to be a blizzard. So this is the first type of notes that you can practice taking today. Okay, so next I read about hurricanes. Look at that. Okay, I read this section about hurricanes, and you can see that there is my heading right there, and here is the section that I read. And so to show my notes about hurricanes, I used a format that we've been using a lot in class. This is going to look super familiar. This is my boxes and bullets. So inside my box, I have my main idea that hurricanes are extreme weather, and then I have some supporting details about hurricanes right underneath it. Hurricanes have high winds and heavy rain. They begin as tropical storms, and on land they can cause lots of damage. So this is another way that you can take notes when you're reading about weather today. Okay, so the last kind of note-taking we're going to talk about today is compare-contrast. So I read about droughts, okay, which are caused by no rain at all. And then I also read about floods, which are caused by too much rain. And so since those things have some things in common, but some things that are completely opposite, I decided to use a Venn diagram to compare and contrast them. And this is our last type of notes that we'll talk about today. So I drew my Venn diagram, and I labeled this side floods, and I labeled this side droughts. And I wrote that floods are caused by too much rain and can happen in minutes. Droughts are caused by not enough rain. They can kill trees, animals, and crops, and they take time, but they're both dangerous, and they're both different types of extreme weather. Okay guys, so now you're ready to try this on your own. What I want you to do is take out your journals, use the books inside your caddies. You can explore all different kinds of weather, and you're going to take notes using either the compare and contrast Venn diagram, the boxes and bullets main idea, or the bubble map to show your thoughts. You're gonna work super hard on this, and we're gonna get ready to start our research websites when I get back. Have fun.